This is a video where I'm gonna that I'm doing about the trafficking that is going on in the housing program. You know what really disgusts me is when I'm speaking with someone, if you know me for a while, along with I'm saying that there's fraud going on in the office. As soon as I use the word trafficking, someone wants to place it as though the person speaking about it is the one doing it. I'm the whistleblower about the trafficking. And these days, it's like you gotta do all this extra feces and itsy bitsy newborn communications. It's overwhelming. With oh, I'm gonna be speaking in general about housing programs, trafficking that is going on. Not just housing programs, the realtors, property managers, maintenance. I'm gonna speak about the use of airports illegally being placed on people with just meet with them, to give your social security card, birth certificate, even if they already have it in the record or already getting it other ways. They're sneaking, playing tricks of such as what happened with the passport with myself, and I will be discussing it. Also, I am letting you all know that Dr. Oz is running for seat in Pennsylvania for those of you that speak to many with my campaign. Well, I'm not campaigning. I am campaigning for my son, but when I'm speaking about my child, I'm also speaking about Dr. Oz running for. He's running to a seat there in Pennsylvania. He's been shadow banned. He hasn't been shadow banned the degree I've been obsolete shadow banned. He's been translucent shadow banned. However, it's like hard to get over 10 views. I'm going to title this here is Section 8. I'm sure many people looking for rental or something. Speaking about how they illegally play tricks on people. They'll tell you one thing before you transfer into the housing unit, and then when you get there, they're setting it up to where you get dilapidated units. They're doing their stuff where the maintenance and the property managers are given access keys with these capital mishires and misappointed. That's how some people are mysteriously coming up. That's how some people's spouses, they could have been working or they have a disagreement, and if they almost or they set it up themselves for them to be broken up, then that's how sometimes it's about to it's about to happen. Someone's gonna get pinned up in a funny case. So when you hear these cases here, hush your mouth up, because some of them will be these housing officers, these folks, property managers, real estate. Did you hear about the real estate, which it don't make sense about the one in Florida, where the realtor was getting there killing homeless people? Was they a licensed real estate, or did they drink something that had them target homeless people because they couldn't buy homes from them? Like, the story don't make sense. They didn't even, at least if they would at least close off with asking the questions, even with reporting from what they had available to them, make it make sense. Um, there's also incidents. I was at a rallying area, and someone was speaking to. I'm gonna use the word attitude. I'm not gonna say exactly what, because it may be a situation where somebody gets retaliated on. Uh, you know, very very much a lot of craziness going on. They have sometime where they go to the post office and forward your mail to them, or get copies of your mail that's been sent to your address. Uh, they hack, they will get their people, and then there are these people, not just with housing, but these people with these 401c3s, nonprofits. They'll tell you to send them emails, and they'll have a way where they can track. Go to this up. Just put in YouTube Boston slash stingray. And it shows a way that even if you go to a technician, they won't be able to track it unless they're extra deep into the IT of it. And it's hard to get those people because they be hiring a whole bunch of lot of gags, which comes to mind about what happened at. It may not. It was something like a Disney World theme park at Florida. I don't even know the name of it. But from for the time that I seen the headline and from what I briefly read in the article, I read it in bits and pieces, less than 2 minutes, if few seconds, just going through it because, like I said, I have other stuff to do with my. Uh, it was something for like that. I'm like, the way they're doing housing, the way that they're doing with hygiene. What do you expect at the amusement? You're hiring anybody for anything. People, see, I mean, I don't want to use people. Um, but you have these hires um, that are disorderly or they survive very good being airhead. They survive very good being airhead. Uh, this is what you have with the housing officers. And this is where, the way that folks get in there, going beat up the fast food and shooting folks up behind ketchup or mustard, just something like, gosh, it's like, oh, you got ketchup or mustard at home. I know, like, come on, you really, you really live to eat. Um, and I like my food a certain way also. But they getting to the point, it's like, no, you spit in my food, and then they going, do this kind of stuff. They doing so like somebody spit in their food or had a roach up in their food kind of thing. Like I say, they got to put that toward these housing officers and these crooked 401c3 and the social service, those 3-digit numbers. All they do is send you in circles. All they do is tell you to pray, processing procedure. Those keywords should be, they should rot and rust their mouths. Just go ahead on and just straight collapse massively on demand. Uh, so this is just giving a sample of what goes on with the housing trafficking that set people up to lose their children, and then with my situation, the car was breaking down that I was in. Someone had generously offered to pay for it. I feel bad about everything that happened. Like I said, this capital gang stalking that has been occurring. I just was informed that there are 10 reports. I don't have anything, so what I'm doing with 10 reports open if I'm not getting proof or anything. No way it should be 10. Then they tell you they can't show it to you. You must contact the people, but they have a secret credit bureau that you cannot access that also factors into your score that you're not going to be able to dispute because it doesn't physically show to you. Even when you request it, they will ignore you disputing it. Who got time to get there and be writing CC's report back and forth about credit? Definitely, if you are a trustworthy credit right now, I've tried so many people. No, I don't want to call them people. I've tried so many folks, even recommendations off of Boss Watkins. And all I do is ended up getting everything opposite of what they said on Boss Watkins, along with taking my data. That's not the only one. I'm just giving an example out of many. I have so many folks that did they scam me, and it was like, okay, you said this here. What is the syllabus? And then they get an attitude like I ought to go with the flow. Like, dude, I didn't give you my, you didn't got my personal data. You didn't got my personal data. Then when something come up strange on your credit report, you can't dispute it. Just like somebody supposedly had an electric bill in Florida in my name. You can't get any information on it. They say it's yours. I mean, like it just go back and forth, just crazy. Um, electrocute the credit bureaus, these housing officers. just just go ahead on and just get crowd rumbling. Yeah, electrocutions in the building, outside the building, to those folks. The same way that you have a lack of empathy and appreciation for your job, that's the same way that whatever you putting these people through, you should be getting at work. Why you on the clock? It don't matter whether you on or off the clock. It just got to happen to you, and to not just folks don't understand nothing when it's just one. They don't understand when it's just every blue moon or every strawberry moon. They don't understand it. And of course, this is about the housing officers, 401c3 scammers, fraudsters. I just seen well, this ain't got nothing to do with housing. I'm just talking about YouTube scamming. And of course, I'm trying to figure out more details of what they're saying that this person his scam about. So it's something else. And I really did, uh, admire this person. They have a charm, but she was like, okay, with the charm, can you have trust with the charm? You just can't be a deceitful sociopath charm. Like, continue to expose these folks. Continue to expose them. Um, these housing officers across the nation, across land, wherever you are, there are, they even have this matter overseas. But then I also hear some people saying, like, the housing market, you can get a house, like, with less hassle other places. Even though a lot of those areas have been affected with gentrification, but we have to stamp out. We have to stamp and kick out. And, yeah, definitely put a can on. Y'all got to can out gentrification. Yeah, y'all have to get. No, you should never have capitalism on housing. You should never have capitalism on food. There's more than enough land to naturally grow. God, what's meant for us need cleanly. Cleanliness is next to God. Order things. Order things. March Madness.